Hey everybody out there, I don't know if you can hear me or not. I think you can. From what I can tell, just got a notification of some kind on my phone. I don't know what. And it's a win. Okay, so hopefully that won't happen too many times during our live stream today. It's been a while. How's everybody doing today? I'm going to try and edit this on the fly just a little bit. See more of me and my mug, I guess, a little bit. Let me fix it just a tiny bit. All right, so hi everybody. Sorry, wasn't here last week. Hopefully you can hear me okay. Let me know if you can't. But welcome back to the live stream. I'm super excited to be here. Trying to change things slightly. I have a new addition that you can't see. It's a little bit of a table here, so that's going to make my life 10 times easier in terms of streaming. I don't have to worry about holding my laptop at a certain angle or anything like that. So I do have a little table here that you can't see, that I can actually look at the comments and not have to like look all the way that way just to see my laptop. So hi, good to see you. Last week I was off, so good to be back. Just had a prior engagement, but excited to talk about some trailers and some other things. Archer did some of the trailers that I was going to do on his live stream, so decided to skip that and talk about some other stuff. So today we've got a bunch of things. We've got the Tom and Jerry trailer, which I have yet to watch. We have the Snyder Cut update trailer and some pictures that came out, as well as some new info, possibly a theory more or less, about the villain or possible another villain for Spider-Man 3. So we got a lot of to talk about. Of course, if there's anything you guys want to chime in on or want to let me know about or just feel like talking about, let me know in the comments or the live stream comments. I would love to hear from you. So let's go ahead and check them out now while we're here. So we've got Andrew in the house. What is up, my friend? How are you? Just got the issue with my website handle. We'll be launching soon, putting the final touches on it right now. That's awesome. I saw you just had some new merch come out. I believe playing cards. That's super cool. And Scooby Life is in the house. What is up? What is up? And the man, the myth, the legend himself, Mr. Paximus, is in the house. I'm gonna try and make this bigger. Okay, there we go. So you don't see my junk. It's right there. My little cable nightmare that I have going on back there. So what is up, everybody? Good to see you. Oh, look, I can add comments. I've never added it. I didn't see this option before. Maybe it was in an update. I'm just gonna type something. I just want to see how it appears. Oh, okay, that's cool. I haven't been live in like 2 weeks, so I didn't even know that feature was there. That's pretty cool. I have my second camera. It's looking a little janky though. I'm not sure what's going on. I got to try and figure that out. Probably not going to talk to you here today. Just doesn't really seem like the place to be. So we're going to stay over here where it's nice and pretty. I do have a new upgrade to the channel coming soon. I will let you know when that happens. But once that does come in, I hope that you will see a world of difference on my channel. And if you hear that, that is my son. I apologize. He is almost 2, so he wants to be everywhere. All right, so what else? Let's go ahead and jump right into it. Let's not waste any time and just start chit-chatting about what we got going on. So let's go ahead and start with the trailers. Let's do the... You guys want to do Justice League or not Justice League? Well, I guess it is Justice League, the Snyder Cut. Or we can do Tom and Jerry. Let's keep it light. Let's go with Tom and Jerry first. We're going to play that first. Also, make sure you hit that thumbs up button if you haven't already. I would greatly appreciate it. Make sure you share my live stream or my other videos, Cinematic Late, which comes out on Thursdays. I would greatly appreciate that. So let's go ahead and jump into Tom and Jerry first. Oh, I see a whole bunch of noises coming in for people joining. We got Archer in the house. What is up? Everybody's saying what's up, what's up, what's up. Creativity from the future. How are you, my friend? Good to see you. Good to see you, good to see you. All right, everybody's in the house. Okay, cool. Good to see all of you. I'm happy to see you. It feels like forever, right? Anyway, so let's go ahead and jump right into it. Waste no time and talk about some Tom and Jerry, because this is a thing for some reason. I don't know why, but let's go ahead and watch the trailer for it.
After a lifetime of being the world's most famous enemies,
you can count on me like 1, 2, 3.
Tom and Jerry are about to start over.
'Cause that's what friends are supposed to do. Oh yeah.
in the big city.
Ain't my fault that I'm out here getting loose. Gotta blame it on the goose.
This hotel has been host to 4 presidents, 3 popes, 2 kings, and we're about to host the wedding of the century.
Do you think you're qualified to take on this position?
I shine under pressure, like a diamond. Or Rihanna.
One other thing. We have a mouse problem.
With the what now?
Yeah.
I'll catch it, sir.
Everybody gonna shine. I was born like this, don't even gotta try.
Oh, wow, this is so detailed. We could hire an exterminator, or we can leverage millions of years of predatory evolution.
Got the baddest lie. Blame it on my juice. Blame it on my juice.
If a picture of this mouse is tweeted out to Instabook Face or TikTok, we will be ruined.
No, sir, that's not gonna happen. That rodent is toast.
I will not let this hotel be ruined by a cat and a mouse! He's toying with us.
I think I might have just pulled this off.
Really?
We blowing up the whole thing. Everybody in the bouncy house go bouncy, bouncy now. Bouncy now.
Okay, so that was the trailer for Tom and Jerry. I think it's supposed to come out next year. If I didn't really pay attention if it mentioned it or not. But let me know what you guys thought in the comment section. I did see a couple chiming in as it was kind of going along. So let's go ahead and just jump right over to you guys, and then we'll get into kind of what I think about it. Let's see, where did I leave off? Archer thinks it looks kind of fun. Okay. Why isn't this going into packs? I think it looks kind of cute. For the family, some good actors. Okay, okay. Looks pretty good. All right, you guys think it looks pretty good. I'm kind of like cautiously optimistic about it. Not that I think it's gonna be bad. I always hope the best for movies, but this one just kind of felt like a combination of a couple of things. I did like that we're getting Tom and Jerry to actually do something, but how that relates to the hotel and all them doing stuff, it just kind of sounds like, I don't know, kind of cliche at the same time. I mean, it's a classic cartoon, so I don't expect them to go like all out. I was kind of concerned that Tom and Jerry would talk. I thought that was kind of gonna be the idea. Doesn't seem like that at all. Looks like they're gonna keep them fairly silent for the most part. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but it just felt like, for some reason, I thought they were gonna have voices. I always kind of relate it. I don't remember if it was a movie, but there was a Tom and Jerry cartoon of some kind where like the family of the house that Tom and Jerry lived in, like they moved out, but Tom got left behind or something like that. And then like Tom and Jerry had to like find them again, something like that. I don't know if anybody remembers that cartoon. But for some reason that just kind of reminded me of it. It did very much give me a combination vibe of like a Looney Tunes Back in Action, where you have that 2D cartoon mixed with real world stuff, which I actually liked Looney Tunes Back in Action. I know it wasn't very popular of a movie, but it had Brendan Fraser and a lot of other people, Steve Martin, and it was actually a lot of fun. This one, because you're kind of stuck with 2 characters, I don't know how versatile it's going to be. It might get old very quickly. So that's where I think that Looney Tunes had the better idea. They have just such a wide variety of characters. But it also kind of gave me like a, for the 90s kids, a Dunstan, I think it's called Dunstan Checks In. It was about like a monkey that lived in a hotel. I don't remember the plot of the movie. They somehow had, there was like a bad guy and like maybe diamonds. I don't remember. I think it was a Disney Channel movie. I don't remember. But if you remember that movie, it kind of gave me that vibe. I think it's maybe just like the hotel and like a creature or like pet type of thing living in the hotel. So that would kind of gave me like a vibes of either of those movies. I still hope it does well. I hope it's going to be something that's feels different. It's not necessarily going like down the road of like Smurfs or some of those other franchises like Alvin and the Chipmunks, where although you take like these characters and make them either 3D or 2D, bring them into the real world, and then they all talk and it just gets really annoying really fast. It doesn't seem like that. It seems like they're very much keeping the heart of Tom and Jerry, which I like a lot. I just hope it doesn't get old and they keep it interesting enough for the hour-and-a-half runtime that's usually about a runtime for a kids movie that it's going to be. I just hope it stays interesting for the most part. So let's check on some of the comments. Oh, that's a little big. Okay. This could be a Looney Tunes kind of movie that falls flat though, like the Looney Tunes movie Steve Martin did years. Yeah, that was the one that I liked. I just felt like it had more characters and it was just easier to do, to build a world that the Looney Tunes lived in. Looney Tunes are bigger draw than Tom and Jerry, yeah. Dunstan checks in. Yeah, Pax remembers. Pax remembers all the 90s stuff. All my 80s and 90s stuff. So, and it kind of had some references to like, it seemed like a Batman type of thing, where Tom was kind of like flying. I don't know if it was Batman specifically that they were going for. Just kind of felt like that. But for the most part, I think it's going to be okay. But I'm still just kind of like cautiously optimistic about it. It's not something I'm going to rush out to see or want to see very quickly. It's probably going to be one of those wait till you see at home on like an HBO Max or Netflix or Hulu, whatever platform it ends up on. I think it was Warner Brothers, so that's most likely, I think that's most likely going to be HBO Max is where it would end up first, based on that. But for the most part, hopefully it will be good. Not too eager to see it, but there are some movies that I'm going to be talking about in my upcoming Cinematically Lates that I have missed and have watched either on HBO Max, Netflix, things like that. So you can also watch them. And some of them I really loved, other ones not so much. So make sure you're subscribed if you aren't already for those Cinematic Lates, which come out on Thursday at around 9 a.m. Eastern Time. All right, so let's go ahead. Forgot about those Steve Martin movies. Steve Martin is like the chameleon sometimes. You forget he's in stuff. Definitely Batman 89. See you later, not right away. Yep, exactly. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on to the next thing, which is a Snyder Cut update. It's a new trailer. It very much looked, from what I saw, like the original trailer, maybe like one or two more scenes. Nothing groundbreaking, but there have been some new photos. So we're gonna play the trailer, the new one that came out. This is gonna be coming out on HBO Max next year. We don't know when, but according to what I've heard, it's going to be about an additional 2.5 hours of footage worth of Justice League, which is pretty interesting considering the actual movie itself is about 2.5 hours. So the fact that we're basically getting a whole new movie that's now twice as long, obviously, because Zack Snyder's vision was to make Justice League, I think, kind of like a two-parter and like build off of it, but obviously he had to leave the project and Joss Whedon took over, and a lot of other things ensued since then. But there's been a lot of additions, a lot of interesting things. So let's go ahead and watch the newest trailer for Justice League, the Snyder Cut, and then we will come back. We'll talk about it and some new stuff that I want to get into from there. So let's go ahead and roll that, and here we go.
Now I've heard there was a secret chord that David played, and it pleased the Lord. But you don't really care for music, do you? It goes like this: the fourth, the fifth, the minor fall, the major lift, the baffled king composing hallelujah. Hallelujah. so I tried to touch. I've told the truth, I didn't come to fool you. And even though it all went wrong, I'll stand before the Lord of Song with nothing on my tongue but hallelujah.
This guy's probably fought hundreds of thousands of other super beings on the other planets he's destroyed, right? And we have to assume he's won.
I don't care how many demons he's fought and how many hells. He's never fought us. Not us united.
Okay, welcome back. That was a pretty good trailer, if you ask me. Sorry, gonna get the microphone to stay. Sorry if you just got a whole bunch of... Is the music still playing for those in the crowd? I think it is. For me it is. I hope you can hear the background music if it's too low, too high. But anyway, so yeah, the trailer. I think... applause. I mean, I know it's probably a lot of hype, but this genuinely looks like a 10 times better movie of Justice League. And I like Justice League even despite it being not great. I recognize that there were some things that could be improved, but for the most part, I did like it for what it is. But this is going to be a totally new movie. We're going to have Darkseid, we're going to have Black Suit Superman, we're going to see more of Cyborg, which is really cool. A lot of probably what he's dealing with his dad's death, being connected to the mother boxes, his evolution, all that kind of crazy stuff, his dealing with the trauma of being torn apart and now his life is completely gone. That looks really interesting. We're going to see more of the Flash, which is really cool. That was, I believe, Iris West that he saves from the car. We get to see Flash in the Speed Force, which I think is really cool. There's so many different things. I'm pretty convinced that if HBO and Warner Brothers finds that this is either drawing massive subscription, and I think I said this in a previous live stream, that if HBO and Warner Brothers find massive success in this Snyder Cut, surge in subscriptions, or just really great critical response, they might let Zack Snyder just do what he wanted to do for DC, specifically for HBO Max and the platform, specifically, excuse me, for streaming, which I think that would work very hand in hand in being kind of like that TV at home experience, but you also get to have like the big theater experience if we get there, which we will. Might be down the line, but we'll get there, back to those big theater experiences. So it doesn't have to stay in that exact continuity because we're moving to other things like Robert Pattinson's Batman and a bunch of other interesting things that are happening there. So the way they can kind of, if they kept this as their sort of staple on HBO Max, like DC content, Snyder Cut, whether it be how he does the Flash or other characters. I mean, he's bringing back Deathstroke, he's bringing back the Joker, and he's going to have a new look, which we haven't seen yet. So there's a lot of interesting things that Zack Snyder can do. And then maybe we can just kind of do like the, not necessarily Elseworld story on the big screen, but like the Batman, where it's out of continuity from what we've seen already on the big screen. It's kind of a tough area to play in, I think, and trying to figure out how we're going to get the big stars on the small screen. But considering right now with the state of the world, it might be better to just keep those things at home, and then if you want to have those bigger things, maybe have them be those Elseworld stories. Keep people driving to the movies because they want to see something new. But if you want to experience that same stuff that you did like and it works, you have the at-home stuff where you have the Snyder Cut, where you have Ben Affleck's Batman still doing his thing, where you still have Aquaman. Maybe Gal Gadot can still come in every once in a while. She's being fully moved. Her release for Wonder Woman 1984 is going to be a dual release, where it's going to be in theaters and on HBO Max for subscribers on Christmas Day. So, I mean, I think that's what's really going to play into a lot of how this may work in the future. But for the most part, I am really, really excited for the Snyder Cut. There was a new photo of Ben Affleck that he released, which is this Us United, which is their new sort of campaign or hashtag, whatever you want to call it, since the Snyder Cut is pretty much obviously confirmed and happening. Whoops. So that's pretty much done for the most part, now that we actually got it to happen. So this Us United is just Batman sort of kicking ass, killing parademons with guns. I know we're probably going to go back to that argument of Batman killing, but if he's killing parademons, I mean, I feel like it's a different story and a different argument for the most part. But the one that I found to be the most interesting was not that one. It was actually this one. And this was Joe Manchinello's new photo as Deathstroke. He is supposed to be coming back for the Snyder Cut. Total new look. Probably the best Slade Wilson we've ever seen, both from DC's Titans. Archer, chime in if you're still here. I'm sure you'll agree to that, as well as, I mean, even his first version of Deathstroke, which wasn't bad. We didn't even really get to see him. So hopefully we will get to see more of Deathstroke upcoming in the future. But the one thing that this makes me think of, sorry, I'm unplugging my second camera because it's just running for no reason. 2 seconds. Is the, I don't know if any of you guys are big on like TikTok, Instagram, memes, all that stuff. But have you guys heard that new one that's like you get a haircut or whatever, and like they like slap like the back of your neck and they say like you cut G? That's exactly what I thought of with this. I just want to have that like smack and like you cut G. Anyway, sorry. I don't know if I'm dating myself the way that I just described that. But let's go to the comments and see what everybody has to say. All right, so we'll take, was the girl Iris? Yeah, I think that was Iris. I think they completely cut her out. I don't think Joss Whedon used anything from her, even in like extra stuff. He just completely axed that Iris. Like how Superman just rolls with them in vehicles for fun. Same thing with Flash. Like Flash can be anywhere in like a couple of seconds, if not less time. And the fact that he's taken, even, I mean, Cyborg can fly, right? So, I mean, he probably doesn't know it at that point because he's new to being Cyborg. But yeah, I think the only ones who would probably not be able to fast travel would be Batman, and he'll just have a jet. Wonder Woman, who probably can fast travel if she tried, but probably exhaust herself. And then you have Aquaman. I'm sure he can use his supersonic swim, whatever, and just be wherever you need him to be. But yeah, Superman just kind of rolls with it. Supes, Black Suit Superman. I'm super excited for that. I do miss and wish he had the beard and the mullet, or at least the beard. I feel like that would have been just like the cherry on top of it. I understand if you didn't want to go with the mullet, considering now we're in the 2020s and not in the 1980s, but it still would have been fun to see. Okay, good to know that the music is still playing. It's very low. I'm using like a playlist, so I didn't know if it was overbearing, and I didn't know if it was still playing. Okay, the music. Okay, that's good. Black Suit Superman. Lenny talks about going to the movies in the last 4 and said it was terrible. Oh, I have to watch that last one. I saw that you had reposted it. I saw it was on my YouTube thing, but I haven't gotten to watch it yet. I'd have to see the movie probably to say if it's a better Deathstroke and Titans. That Arrow had great versions. They did have good versions, that's true. I just feel like this one it exudes that Slade Wilson that can be badass in all areas. I feel like they had the right idea in Titans, but that fell through pretty flat. Last time I had my neck slapped a haircut, it was in the Marine Corps. See, it's a thing. But, oh, I mean, I think he was military in various aspects, so maybe it would work out. But if they had that joke in there, I think it would be funny. All right, so that's pretty much all the DC and Tom and Jerry stuff. Sorry, I just went off camera there. So we're gonna get into our final topic. How long have we been going? 25 minutes. Wow, way longer than I thought. So we're gonna get into our final thing. Just roll with it. Let me know your thoughts on any of these topics in the comment section or the live chat. I would love to hear from you. While you're there, make sure you leave a thumbs up if you haven't already, as well as hit that subscribe button and share with your friends and family. I would greatly appreciate it. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to the last thing, which is Spider-Man 3 theory. Now, this was something that I saw online. It's not confirmed by any means. It's just speculation. You're probably like, Aaron, shut up about Spider-Man. You've been talking about it for weeks now. I think I've had my last 3 cinematic relates be about Spider-Man, Spider-Man Far From Home, Homecoming, and Into the Spider-Verse. I've talked about Spider-Man 3 just about on every single live stream for probably about the last month. So you're probably sick and tired of it. But we're going to talk about a theory today. And that theory is that Spider-Man, Peter Parker's best friend Ned, will become the Hobgoblin in the new movie. Now, I've done a little bit of research on this topic. Is it possible? Yes. But there's a couple of different things we have to consider here. Number one, Ned Leeds, which is this guy's character. I think his actual name is Jacob something. His character, Ned Leeds, does turn into the Hobgoblin for a short time in the comics. So it is accurate that his character would become the Hobgoblin. So that's technically canon in terms of comics. Number two is going to be that I don't think it's going to happen, to be quite honest with you, for a couple of reasons. Now, there are already tons and tons of characters and speculation as to what might be happening in Spider-Man 3. We have Doctor Strange pretty much confirmed. We have the possibility of Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire coming in, possibly Scarlet Witch, depending on how that relates to Doctor Strange 2. We have all sorts of villains that are still out there that may still come in. We still have to deal with Michael Keaton's Vulture still out there somewhere. We have to deal with Morbius, Jared Leto, which that movie dropped off. I don't even know if that movie ever came out. I don't think it did, because I just found out New Mutants came out and I still haven't seen that. But I think Morbius just dropped off. I don't even know if they plan on releasing that or how they plan on releasing it. But I just realistically don't think, I mean, he's gotten pretty skinny, as you can tell. I mean, he was a pretty big dude in the first one, slimmed down a tiny bit in the second one. Now he's like very skinny. So likely you're thinking, okay, maybe there's going to be that evolution that he's slimmed down and he's maybe taken on this role. It's possible, but I still don't see it. I feel like the character of Ned Leeds that they've built for the past 2 movies, although it would be a twist to now make him a villain of Spider-Man, it just doesn't make sense because he's been the guy in the chair. Like, that was his main thing in the first movie. He wants to be the guy in the chair. He wants to be the guy helping Spider-Man, kind of like behind the scenes, but like being his tech guy, telling him where to go, various things like that. Plus, they've been best friends for a really long time. Could they try and do like the Harry Osborn, Norman Osborn twist where they maybe somewhat know about each other, but not really? Yeah, but in this MCU version of Spider-Man, it just doesn't make sense. It doesn't feel like it sits right. Could they still do it? Absolutely, because there was a big twist at the end of Spider-Man 2, or Spider-Man Far From Home, excuse me, where kind of anything can happen, I guess. But the only thing that makes sense if they want to make Ned the Hobgoblin is that he not actually be the Hobgoblin, and it's actually maybe a Skrull impersonating Ned when he doesn't have the Hobgoblin mask on. That's the only thing that I can think of that would still keep Ned to Peter as his best friend, his guy in the chair, his go-to guy. But at the same time, you kind of want to see Spider-Man be on his own and, you know, go through that struggle. He has to kind of bear that weight of, you know, protect everybody, protect your identity, all these various aspects. But MCU Spider-Man has been trying to do things very different from what we've ever seen Spider-Man do before. So is it possible? Yes. Do I think so? No. If there's anybody in the comments or any Spider-Man movie fans or anything like that that wants to chime off in the comments, please feel free to do so. Let's go ahead and go check those out now. See if you guys have anything interesting to say. I don't know where I left off. Andrew had his haircut. Okay. So I think an interesting would be have an arrow from the TV show set up at the end of the Snyder Cut or Martian Manhunter. Speaking of Martian Manhunter, there was a photo of, I think Zack Snyder released it, of him like holding a photo of Martian Manhunter. I believe he was supposed to be in the movie. I think he was actually supposed to be, I think, part of Man of Steel and related to Justice League, as if you remember the Admiral guy, I think in the military, I don't remember if he's an Admiral, what his rank was, but there was a guy who was helping Lois Lane and like finding specific evidence to prove Lex Luthor did something. I think that's who Martian Manhunter was supposed to be. It obviously didn't pan out, but there has been a photo of Zack Snyder with kind of like a Martian Manhunter photo. Let me see if I can find it. Snyder, Martian. Whenever I go live, my laptop like super lags on the internet, so we'll see if we can pull it up or not. Bear with me. Yeah, so that was Zack Snyder confirmed that the guy, Major Henry Lennox, is the guy he was supposed to be Martian Manhunter. I don't see the photo of Zack Snyder holding up the photo of Martian Manhunter that we got to see, but I'll show you for some context. Just a second. How do I get back to where I want to be? One moment, please. I do apologize. Where are you? I'm trying to bring it actually into the program so you can see the photo a little bit better, but it's not loading for me. Come on, select it. What if I go back to Google? Just add it here. Aha! Okay. Redirect node. Okay. Well, that didn't work. Alright, I'm just going to share my screen with you guys because it's probably going to be the easiest thing to do. We're going to go like this. I'm going to hide this. I'm going to hide this. Okay, so this is the guy, if you remember Man of Steel, he was I think they said Harry Lennox. So that was the guy in Man of Steel and Man of Steel and Justice League, sorry, that Martian Manhunter was supposed to be, and Zack Snyder confirmed that that was his whole idea, plan, whatever you want to say. So it's possible that they could even try and bring him into the Snyder Cut. Universe is struggling. It's true. It is struggling. I think they need to get their core characters right, and then they'll move on to add the other people. Keep talking about Spider-Man. He lost weight. Yeah, he lost a ton of weight. I don't know how much weight he lost, but wouldn't be too far-fetched. I think Ezra Miller was part of the finale there. That is true. They did kind of, Ezra Miller was part of the Arrow or Flash Arrowverse finale of some kind. So it's possible. I mean, Flash can do all across whatever. Lost a lot of weight. Forgot about the crossover. Most likely won't happen. Don't think he'll be Hobgoblin. I don't think so either. Love to see him turn villain, but too soon. If he was Martian Manhunter and I was any of the heroes, I'd be pissed. You had powers this whole time. Yeah, especially when Superman is getting rocked by General Zod in Man of Steel. You would think that Martian Manhunter would have stepped in some way, shape, or form, but he didn't. So, but yeah, those are pretty much all the things I want to talk about. I realistically don't see this villain thing happening. The only thing that there's really no villain that we know of for Spider-Man 3. Plus, with this guy losing weight, I mean, it's kind of on the wall. The writing is on the wall, but let's take a step back. Let's focus on fixing what's going on with Peter's life right now, or at least a little bit, and maybe having that sort of extra Spider-Mans of Tobey Maguire, and Andrew Garfield possibly coming back. So I think that would be pretty interesting. But for the most part, that's really all I have for this live stream. It was great to see all of you. Make sure you leave a thumbs up if you haven't already. I would greatly appreciate that. Share these live streams. I do go live every single Sunday, or at least try to go live every single Sunday around 7 p.m. So hopefully I'll have some new fun stuff next week. This Thursday is Thanksgiving, so I will likely have my cinematic late up in the morning, but I live stream should be good on Sunday, so it should be, everything should work out. So hopefully that will all be good to go. Archer says something. Order some new stuff. Will you do an unboxing? I will be doing a lot of stuff once this new thing comes in. Super excited about it. Can't wait to share that more with you guys. Trying to keep it a little bit more on the download because I have some other projects that I want to do with it to try and make it interesting. So I'll probably do an unboxing. I'll probably do a whole other video that I've been dying to do for the past few weeks. And yeah, so I'll probably have that stuff coming up. Whoops. Is there a new cinematic on Thanksgiving? I'm planning on it, yes. I have a couple of recorded. There's even more that I recently watched that I had time enough to watch by some miracle. I can't decide on what I want to upload next. Now, I have been on a big Spider-Man kick, so I could do another Spider-Man. I still have 4 more to review if I did want to do them. Well, 5. Spider-Man 1, 2, 3, Amazing Spider-Man 2. So 5. I would have 5 to do. I don't, as much as I want to do more Spider-Man, I think I'm going to take a break because I've been talking about Spider-Man for long enough. And there's a couple of things that I really, really want to talk to you guys about in terms of what I've seen recently. Some more exciting than others, but we'll talk about it soon in the upcoming Cinematic Late. So look forward to that. Like I mentioned, every single Thursday, right around 9 a.m. Eastern, as well as I go live or try to go live every Sunday around 7 p.m. as you're here with me now. So make sure you like, leave a thumbs up, share these videos. What did I want to mention? So, something I don't want to forget. It's upcoming on the holiday season. So, what I want you guys, or if you guys want to help out, that's great. If not, don't worry about it. Down in the comment, or not in the comments, in the description of almost every single video I have, mainly the new ones, not so much some of the older ones, but there are affiliate links to the products that I do use on the channel. If you guys wanted to use those affiliate links to maybe purchase things like on Amazon for other gifts for other people, you don't have to buy the item, but they are affiliate links. So if you did want to use those, I would greatly appreciate it. I always forget to mention that in every single video, so I'm gonna try and do it now. It's the holiday season and people are actually looking to buy stuff. So make sure you check out all the affiliate links down in the I keep saying comments, in the description down below. I would appreciate that very much. Oh yes, Pax makes a very good point. Uh-oh. Animaniacs is back. I did see that. I haven't watched it yet, but that is something that I want to do. Watching TV shows, can't get into anything outside. I'm not watching TV shows. I tried to watch a few, but nothing really interesting. What I've been watching is like Unsolved Mysteries on Netflix. There's some really good cases on there. My wife and I have been watching that. We've watched like a show called Dark Tourist. A lot more like reality or like murder related things, I guess. Not so much in terms of like sitcoms or anything like that. None of it's really catching my attention. There are a couple of animes that I have wanted to watch. One is 7 something. Hold on. Not 7. It's Never Ending. Netflix. Hold on one second. Anime. I've been kind of going back and forth on a couple of different animes that I wanted to watch. I don't know why I wanted to watch anime lately. It wasn't the 7 Swords. It was something else. Something about like kids at like a orphanage type of thing. I'm like, they maybe. Oh, The Promised Neverland is the one that I wanted to check out. I was debating between that and One Punch Man. I've never seen either. I feel like One Punch Man will be more actiony and maybe be more interesting. But I've heard some more dramatic stuff about the other one, so I'm kind of deciding on that. But really, no other shows that I've been watching. Maybe you could do a pop-up about supporting your channel by gifting with your affiliates. That is a good idea. Thank you, Scooby Life. I appreciate that. See, this is why we have these brainstorming sessions. 7 Deadly Sins. No, it was the Promised Neverland. But there was the other one, 7 something, that looked pretty interesting. One Punch Man is great and short. You just made my decision. Thank you. So the next anime that I feel like watching, if casually, would probably be One Punch Man. But yeah, that's all I really have for now. I know I've been babbling on and trying to end this for like 10 minutes. But thank you guys so much for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. Also, make sure you check out all of my socials. I did it right this time. Look at that. Aaron Waller YT across all social media, Instagram, Facebook, obviously here on YouTube, as well as on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, that's the other one. So make sure you guys check out social media. If you guys have anything you do want me to talk about anytime, if you like, this is a movie or a show that I think that needs to be talked about, needs to have some kind of something, shoot me a message. I'm available 24/7, always have my phone on me. Even if I don't answer you right away, I'll make sure that I see it and respond to it as quickly as possible. But other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I hope to see you guys in the next Cinematic Late as well as the next live stream. Thank you so much, and have a great rest of your night.